Well, I'm going to try to do what Emmanuel did and keep us on track and go as quickly as I can. And actually, we are a very good complement to each other, because what I wanted to talk about are the three areas that are most important for HR to be paying attention to in terms of developing and reskilling themselves. So there are three key drivers in organizational success: the people that we have, the products that we sell, and the profit that we make. Without all three Ps, our businesses are not very successful, and they have to work in concert. A key driver for organizational success, then, is underpinned by HR, now I want to say capabilities, because I love that got introduced earlier instead of competencies, but we can discuss more about that later. So the HR competencies that are critical for success in the business are that you understand the business. How does this business make its money? What are the things that support the organization's financial success? Knowing how to leverage and use technology to be able to enhance effectiveness and efficiency in your organization. It's not just the newest gimmick technology of the day. It's how can it help our business be successful? And then being a strategic thinker and also understanding how to add value to the bottom line with the strategy that you bring to the table. So those are the three things that I'm going to focus on the most. You know who this president is, right? The thing that CEOs look for and are concerned about are the things that are listed here. Economic uncertainty is a problem for them. It's a major concern. Access to capital, leadership and management challenges, talent management and workforce issues, and the impacts of technology on their business. This comes from a recent article, actually it was yesterday, I think, in Inc. magazine by Joe Galvin. How can HR support and assist CEOs to overcome the major challenges that they are experiencing and their concerns? So product and services that align with the business. These are HR products and services that align with the business. Tools for managers to support their business functional alignment and overall organizational goals. Products and services that provide practical approaches, things that managers can take to use as they work with their teams and support their teams in their growth and their success journey. And then creativity and innovation in supporting leadership and management on the execution stage. And I think Emmanuel alluded to that, or some of the other speakers have, that we're good at thinking, but we're not always good at executing. And we really do need to bridge that gap between thought and execution and ensure that we bring to the table a complement of skills and support for ensuring that strategic plan gets executed appropriately. Exhibition of business acumen can happen through the HR experience by us being able to present ideas with a business case. How many of you know what a business case is? What's a business case? Anybody know? Why is, from a monetary perspective, what is the financial benefit to the organization of doing this project? And when we have an idea or a plan in HR that we want to implement, being able to bottom line that plan to our CEO and the leadership team is an essential element of whether or not they will see it as useful, whether or not they will see us as real business partners. Also, as Emmanuel was alluding to, important to encourage professionalism in the HR team and help and not hinder the business. So we need to reskill and upskill our team to ensure that they understand what being professional in this day and age looks like, and we help them to understand to support the business, not to just be compliance gurus who stop business from being able to transact. So we have to be able to leverage technology. And again, the business case and the value added will help us be able to, why should we have this technology? We need to be able to present a business case about what this will do for HR, for the organization, for our employees. I teach a HR technology class for University of Arizona Global Campus. And the one thing that I encourage all of my students to do is to be able to look at technology as a useful tool, not just a buzzword, not something that is a nice to have that you're not going to actually use, or something you're going to take one module out of a series of 50 modules that are available. Find something that is really going to be robust and comprehensive in terms of providing support for your people. Look at demos, buy what you really need, and make sure that there's efficiency and effectiveness in the product that you get, that it will meet the needs of the organization, not because someone tells you it's good, but because it looks good to you as you investigate and research its viability for your organization. And then you must have a strategic mindset. And I was going to show a short video here, which I won't do. It's from study.com, which is also a tool I use in my teaching. Are you strategic? Tell me. Show hands. How many of you think you're strategic? A few of you. That's good. That's good. So being strategic means that you actually take steps to be able to, break down what it will take to be successful, and you put the pieces together in a way that will help the team achieve. I do encourage you to look at the definition of being strategic, because it really does involve a lot of thoughtful processing on your part, on our part as HR professionals, to really bridge that gap between what we do from a tactical standpoint to what we need to do to be strategic advisors for our business and for our leaders. The value of strategic HR is that products and services are really aligned. We don't do anything in our HR framework or world that doesn't support the business. If your managers hate doing performance evaluations, change your performance evaluation. If your managers don't like to do paperwork for new hires, look at a way that you can make it easier for them. Everything that we do must be a tool that managers use in order to accomplish the tasks and achieve the financial goals that are assigned to them in their department. And they can only do that through the work with their people. Everything that we do must help managers manage their people, work with their people, and partner with their people to achieve success. Anything that we do because we just do it and we think it's a good HR policy is a waste of time and energy and management brain. Be purposeful and intentional in everything that you propose. That's why a business case is so important, because if you think of a business case first, then whatever you're going to propose to them will be purposeful and intentional. And then make sure you're doing evidence-based decisions. Don't just take best practice from someplace and think that you can implement it right away in your organization. Best practice doesn't always work the same way in every company. It must really be adapted and thought through and fit your culture before it can be successful. And developing organizational strategic approach means that you have to understand your audience. You have to look at your HR team. What do they need to know in order to be strategic and successful? What does your leadership need to know in terms of strategic support? And then cultural and innovative creativity. What do we need to do to make sure that these are baked into our culture and that our employees understand the role they play in both creativity and innovation within our organization, which that's what keeps us relevant as a company. And the competencies for the future then are making sure you understand the business, knowing how to leverage and use technology for enhancing effectiveness and efficiency in the HR practice and policy, and then being that strategic thinker, making sure that the contributions you make are based in helping the organization achieve its strategy, and that you understand the purpose of that strategic intent. Thank you. How did I do?